Hello viewers, welcome to Selenium WebDriver videos training. Myself Uday. In this video, I would like to demonstrate about how to verify drop-down list boxes. As with my previous example, I have my sample HTML web page where it contains a drop-down list box with all these options. You can find the HTML code for the same. Alright, where the select object can be identified with an ID and which have the multiple options. So in this video I would like to demonstrate about how to verify these values from this list box. Alright, so here is the code which I am going to explain you regarding this. Alright, so first I am creating a FirefoxDriver instance, and after that I am putting some implicit wait, which makes sure that driver has to wait until all the objects got loaded. After that I am navigating to the HTML page. After that I am identifying this list box with its ID. As you can see, the ID is sampleListBox, right? So with that ID I am identifying this web element. After that I am creating a select instance which is associating to the drop down list box. Alright, once you have this select object instance, by using getOptions method, which will return you all these option values. Alright, so I am capturing all these option values into a list object where each option represents one web element, right? So I am capturing all those options into this variable. All right, so here I am giving my expected data in string class where I am separating each option text value with a semicolon. All right, so as you can see here, my values are select a class which is already existing, Benz a class, as you can see, Benz a class, BMW X3 RD A4, BMW X3 RD A4, like that. Whatever the values which are existing in this list box, I have given those values which are separated by semicolon. So to get each individual values, I am splitting this string based on a semicolon. All right, in your case you might be storing this expected data in a flat file or Excel file or from an XML file, right? And you can load all those values into an array, string array like this. All right, once you have all this value, my logic is to find out each time, each iteration, pick one value and verify that value existing in this list box or not. As you can see, first what I am doing here is I am selecting this value, select a car, which I am verifying from first element to last element to make sure that the value existing. All right, so in the same way, in the second iteration it will hold a value of Benz a class. All right, and at that time it will compare it with select a car, which is not equal, and then it goes to the next element where Benz a class, which meets with my second value, right? Then it will say that okay, that option value exists. In the same way, BMW X3, right, that it first compares with select a car, which doesn't match. After that verifies with a Benz a class, which doesn't match. After that it verifies BMW X3, which matches, right? Once it found out this value in that drop down list box, at that time the boolean variable will set to true, and which will come out of that loop. All right, if it found, when the found value is equal to true, then it says the option value exists. If the found value is false in this for loop, then for example, say if the value doesn't exist, at that time the found value will become false, and not false, because of that it will become as a true and this option will be printed. So let me execute this and show you how exactly it is working. So just try to understand the logic here. All right, even I'm posting the code in the video itself. All right, as you can see, because in my list box I have a selected car which is also existing in my expected data, so this option will exist. After that it will select Benz A class which is also existing in this web element, so which says Benz A class option exists. So it iterates through all option values from this drop down list box. So each iteration it will pick one value from this string and iterates through all these individual option values. All right, so that's how we will verify all the drop down list boxes, all the values from a drop down list box. All right, that's all. Okay, before closing this, I just want to make sure that if I don't, say I have some value saying Porsche Carrera 123 which doesn't exist here, right? At that time it should report that specific value does not exist, right? So this is my expected, but that doesn't exist, so it needs to report that specific option does not exist. So let me re-execute the same thing now and see what is getting printed here. So Firefox is started, navigated to that URL, and now as you can see, selected car option exists, Benz A class option exists, BMW exists, Audi exists, whereas Porsche Carrera 123 option value does not exist. As you can see, the Porsche Carrera 123 does not exist, whereas Porsche Carrera 123 exists. All right, so this is the sample code where you can use this sample code to verify that all the option values existing in the drop down list box or not. All right, that's all in this video. Thanks for watching this video. Please leave your comments about this video. Thank you.